Ma'am, for we can limit to.
Yes, sir.
Shukumar sir, PPT is
you can stop to 495, ma'am. At least 5 will be vacant. That will be helpful for any network issue. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
We have to rejoin again.
Okay.
You can stop to 495.
Okay. I think
Because
Shalini and
maximum is
Purnima.
500.
Shalini and Purnima is admitted.
ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಸರ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು
ಆಯ್ತು ಓಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡಿ.
The first slide is this one and second onwards ಇದಿರುತ್ತೆ.
ಓಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
Ma'am, already 470 ಆಯ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. 490 ನಿಲ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಫುಲ್ 500 ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ರೀಜನ್ ಆಗೋದು.
ಓಕೆ. ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನ್ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹಾಗೆ ನೀವೇ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕದು. 490 95 ಅದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರ್ಲಿ. 5 ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಅಂತ.
Purnima and Shalini.
Yes, ma'am.
490 ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ in case if you are admitting the people means.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, 485 ಆಯ್ತು, ವಿತ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Yes, sir.
ಸರ್ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಿದೆಯಾ, ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
Sir, it is recording, sir. Recording the link now we are going to share, sir.
ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು.
ಆ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಗೆನೆ ಈ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ನ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ
ಸರ್, ಸೆಷನ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ
ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಓಕೆ
ಫಾರ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Sir Jairam sir.
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Sir Pasha sir, is it okay, right?
Okay, madam. You can start, madam.
Jananim Sharada Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vidya Rupena Samstita Namaste Namo Namaha. Ellarigu Namaskara. A warm good evening to one and all present here. A very essence of education is concentration of mind. So in this regard, Sheshadripuram Educational Trust, Sheshadripuram Academy of Business Studies organizes this national level webinar. The Research Cell, Department of Commerce and Management, in association with I2AC, we have organized a national level virtual workshop on the topic how to prepare case study record book under business skill development course. Of course, we have opened up for the new national education policy 2020, where we have to come across these kind of skill development activities, skill development process and the skill development courses. So this session is going to throw a light how a student, as a faculty, we have to prepare and we have to initiate the students to prepare a case study record book under business skill development course. So today it is a very blessed day because almost 500 people are joined the session. I can see that this is a knowledge sharing pool where everybody is going to gain the knowledge, and today we have a very good resource person with us. So before starting the session, I request Purnima, student of final year BCom Sheshadripuram Academy of Business Studies, to do the welcome speech.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, one and all. I am Purnima, final year BCom from Sheshadripuram Academy of Business Studies. It's my immense pleasure to render speech on this session. On behalf of Sheshadripuram Educational Trust and Sheshadripuram Academy of Business Studies, first, I heartily welcome our honorary resource person of this session, Dr. Mohammad Farooq Pasha, General Secretary of Bangalore University Department of Commerce and Bangalore University Teachers Council of Commerce and Management. Welcome you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Karunakar Reddy, President of Bangalore University Department of Commerce and Bangalore University Teachers Council of Commerce and Management. Welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome Professor Mini K. Abraham, Associate Professor, Surana College, Chairman, Board of Examination, BBA. Welcome you, ma'am. Next, I extend a warm welcome to our Principal of Sheshadipuram Academy of Business Studies, Professor Jairam, sir. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Cheetana M.R., IKSC Coordinator. Welcome you, ma'am. Next, I would like to welcome Shivkumar CS, Coordinator of Research Cell. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome Soumya DN, HOD of Commerce and Management. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Last but not least, I would like to welcome all the non-staff, staff, and all the participants who are all present in this webinar. Once again, welcome one and all. This session will be eye-opening session for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Purnima. Thank you for your welcome address. I wholeheartedly welcome you also for this knowledge sharing session. Of course, Sheshadipuram Education Trust, having a legacy of 93 years, always focus on the qualitative concern and the qualitative education. In this regard, Sheshadipuram Academy of Business Studies is also going in the same path to enhance the quality and to reach the quality education to all the students, all the teaching fraternity, in association with Bangalore University Department of Commerce and Bangalore University Teachers Council of Commerce and Management. Today we have organized this event. Hope all the university students, all the students and the faculties across the India are going to gain this particular session. There you have a lot of key takeaways. Now I request Shalini to do the guest introduction.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to one and all present here. Dr. Muhammad Farooq Pasha. He has completed his MCom, MBA, MDBA, PG Diploma, PhD, Master's Philosophy. He has an experience of 20 years of service. He has a General Secretary in Bangalore University, Teacher Council, BOE member for Bangalore Central University and Bangalore North University and Bangalore University JB campus. Chief Examiner and Paper Setter for BCom and BBA courses for JB campus. He has published more than 25 papers both in national and international journals, participated in national and international conferences also. He has authored 40 textbooks in Bangalore University and Mysore University for BCom, BCA, BBA, MCom and MBA. Qualified student counselor for career counseling and guidance and a resource person for UGC, MHRD, Career Counseling and Faculty Development Program. He was an assistant professor in Sri Bhagwan Mahavir Jain College for 8 years, presently working as assistant professor at GFGC College. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Shalini, for your gracious guest introduction. A nation is advanced in proportion to education and intelligence spread among the masses. The quote by Swami Vivekananda. So in this regard, now I request Dr. Muhammad Farooq Pasha, sir, to take over the session and to enhance our knowledge. Over
Thank
to
you, madam.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, at the outset, I would like to welcome all the faculty participants, student participants, and other stakeholders. And I would like to thank Sheshadipuram Institute for taking this initiative, because whenever we have gone through with BBA, project Viva is concerned, there are a lot of questions left unanswered. So we thought, on behalf of Bangalore University Teachers Council, BUTCCM, and also on behalf of Sheshadipuram Institution, and also on behalf of all the teaching fraternity, we are making an attempt to give a clear picture to our student fraternity about the project preparation and presentation. I have divided my presentation into 4 parts. First, we will discuss about the need, why we introduced this project itself in the BBA course. That is number one. Second one is how to go about when it comes to the project preparation is concerned. And also I will give you the blueprint about how marks have been allotted for your entire project, and also the Viva is concerned. And most important, in the end, I have also given a room for question and answers for teaching fraternity and as well as students. If they have any specific questions to be answered, please feel free and make use of this platform. At the outset, to begin with, when Bangalore University decided to go ahead with the new curriculum, that is in the year 2021, to be specific, in the month of February and March, I have two more eminent professors with me who had witnessed this particular change. That is Professor Jairam sir, who is the principal of Sheshadipuram College, and also the Mini Abraham madam. She is now the BOE chairman of BBA, who is at present working in Surana College as an associate professor. These two were also there with the entire team. I was also part of team that time when the syllabus construction was there. For BBA is concerned, the lots of insight came that BBA students are those who are going to take up the responsibility of managerial activities after their graduation or post-graduation as such. When we had a discussion about that, then many insight came that yes, they need a lot of insight, lot of changes, lot of upgradation about practical knowledge. That is the one thing which everybody stressed on, that to identify that gap between the practicality and the theory. Then all of us proposed that why not we introduce project for every semester rather than only 6 semester, which was a part of old scheme. Then it is not that only you sit at home and prepare the project. That's what we discussed at that point of time. I'm telling you, this is pre-COVID situation. Then we wanted students to go and have a first-hand information as a, in fact, we proposed it as a trainee, as a a beginner. You can spend some time, some days also there, so that you can understand the practical problems, how exactly a small scale industry or any big industry or a startup, how it takes shapes. So all those things we went on. Lot of ideas came, lot of workshop, lot of inputs. Then we derived this particular format of that is syllabus. Then of course, unfortunately, all of us witnessed the COVID. That is exactly, to be specific, that is March 26, 2020. We went for a first lockdown. The two, before the implementation of the syllabus itself, we had a lockdown situation. After that, whatever happened, it's history now. Now, when we come back to the particular BBA syllabus is concerned, now we have a lot of questions to be answered. How we are addressing particularly this project issue is concerned, because first 2 semesters we had a lot of confusion about the preparation of the project, even the presentation, and even few students were having the doubt that can we go outside because COVID is there, or if we are at home, can we go for an online preparation and all those things. See, we understand the situation. We also understand the limitations of the students, keeping everything in mind. Now we are in a understanding that, see, anything you want to learn, sky is the limit today. We know that internet, with the help of online, with the help of Google, anything and everything is available. But your attempt should be sincere. That is something what we want to advocate. It should not happen that, like, one project is, it is like in a remaking of 40 copies, 30 copies, and entire college go for the same project for repetition. No, that is something what we don't accept. So let us understand that when your third semester BBA syllabus very clearly says that you have to go for a minimum of 5 projects, or rather I can put it in that way, or case studies what you have to undertake. In that process, no question comes, sir, when you say case studies, it is something what we want to go outside or learn, or it is something what we have to sit at home and prepare? The answer is very simple. We expect every student to go on hand, learn, understand, present in the form of your project. But We understand that because of your third wave, because of your limitation with your classes and also restrictions with the government rules, we have made it little easier that you can go online also, you can prepare your project and you can present it, but only when it is inevitable. There is no rule that you have to sit at home only and do it. For that also, I have a lot of example and case studies which I can present to you. Don't go for any big companies. The myth what we have with the project is we have only few names. To tell you very frankly, in my entire experience of teaching, I have identified 10-15 companies which are repetitive. Hero Honda, Pepsi, or Maruti, or you can say even when it comes to your Honda. So these companies are only repetitive. And I can see every new set of batch of students, they come out with the same old probably I can say the information and just represent it. That should not be the case. I expect you to go to the nearby small industries near your place. Like to give you example, next to your home, if you have any startup where you have a small scale industry, where you can go and just ask them how they have started the industry. Sorry, how they have started the industry, what is the investment they have made, how they have procured the capital, what are the raw materials they are using, how they are taking forward the industry in terms of marketing, what are the problems they are facing with the employees, what are the problems they are facing with the pricing. These, these are the small things what you need to understand with that. So identifying this type of problem is what we try to advocate you in this project preparation is concerned. So next slide. The next slide, we'll come back to this later. Here, if you can see, a study on these all examples which I want to give you. A study on customer satisfaction towards Cosmos products brand-wise analysis. This is something which will give you the broader perspective where you go for analyzing what exactly the customer satisfaction. And customer satisfaction is something you can see from many angles. Like you can also think from a price. You can also think from the point of product satisfaction. One second. Okay, sorry. Then from the product point of view, variation in the products, technological changes, scientific changes, all those things. Then I have one more example like marketing problem faced by Khadi sector. Like especially after your online, after your changes with the technology today, after the pandemic, everything and anything is your online or your doorstep. How we are taking products to the doorstep. That is something what we need to think about in this factor. Then maintaining constant level of quality, which is difficult natural dry flower perfumes. Again, when it comes to the perfume, for example, how we are maintaining, especially when it comes to the fragrance, when it comes to its odor, when it comes to its pricing and naturality, all those factors. Then we have Cafe Coffee Day brand strategy in India. The two post Siddharth demise, how Cafe Coffee Day is facing the problems and what are the difficulties they are facing. Then Shastri Academy of Philosophy traded on social media marketing. That is again why I have added this academy is how online teaching academies have become popular over a period of time, especially when it comes to your Byju's and other unacademy things. Today, any subject, any topic, everything is available. Even your home tuitions are available at your doorstep. See, these are the new trends what we are seeing when it comes to your project point of view. It's not that only we are looking at only stereotype or a manufacturing or a only with supply chain management, even service sector can be looked upon. So next slide. Then Fair and Lovely, how they faced the situation when they have to change their product name. Like all of you must be aware of that, how Fair and Lovely became Fair and Handsome, how the things became different to sell from the marketing point of view, how a beauty product can be sold to youngsters, particularly age group of 18 to 30 or so. So these are the things again which can be thought of when we are taking the project. See, the why we are taking this kind of product is, most of the product what we have seen is, the moment we say the project, they will go for foreign products, or sometimes in fact I have seen Mercedes Benz where we don't have any manufacturing unit, but still we go for such kind of a manufacturing, probably which is away from all of us. It's better to go to the local products and try to work out that how best we can connect. To give you one simple example, like very popular Lijjat Papads, what we had 5 rural women who have started and they have made a big industry, like small pickle industries, how they have made it. Or if you can go around to your own places, you can see lot of startups, like how rural local manufactured toys, how they are manufacturing, or probably they are promoting. Even when it comes to give you one simple example, when I had been to one of the school, they 5 youngsters, age group of you people only between 18 to 21, what they were doing is they were just putting the cover to the textbooks and the notebooks which were given to the students for nursery classes, first standard, that is UKG to 5th standard. So the moment when parents used to collect the books, they were stationed there only. Immediately they used to give the cover. Now, how we bind the book, binding of the book, they charge 20 rupees per book. On an average, every parent used to collect 10 to 20 books, textbook and notebooks, like how they give in the schools. So immediately 5 of them used to sit down and do the covering and all those things, binding of the. When I asked them, they said, "Sir, our cost is on an average for about 5 to 6 rupees. Our margin is 14 rupees." Then when I asked, "What is your total, probably the binding per day?" They said around 300 to 400. See, this is how they were learning, and also by doing the business at the profit. So this is what we want from the students, that you also include, you also get ideas, and probably after your graduation, you can start on your own. So this kind of a approach, what we expect from the students, you think differently out of the box and try to involve yourself. Like, say, for example, if I give you another example, like whenever we go for any kind of a computer institute, there are two type of approaches. There, either you go as a student, you pay fees and learn, or rather you can become a trainee where you learn and teach young students, probably those who are in 5th standard, 7th standard, 8th standard. They will come for basic learning. Make a this one PPT and all those things. Small things you can teach them, and you can make a use of it. So this is something what we want students to involve and learn. And believe me, when you involve yourself, your project will become experience, and experience is always easy to reproduce in the form of your record or information or whatever it is. So these kind of approaches what we expect from the students. Then we have another example, that is Mysore Sandal Soap, which is another popular brand, and which we have been seeing from ages. In fact, when I was a student, from that time we have been hearing this. The whole soap industry is experiencing changes due to innumerable reasons, such as government relations, environment, and energy problems, increase in cost of raw materials. That means every sector, every approach with the product can be discussed in a different manner, different approach, different level of identifying your hypothesis and solving them. So product remains the same. Probably the pricing, approaches, brand ambassador, government treatment, how the competition level has increased. So this is different way of different prospects. Probably you can think and address the problem. Then Lakme, another popular brand. How did Lakme Salon beautiful the future with its green bills? Today you must have seen Lakme has come out with so many, not only the product, they have come out with the salon also services. They have joined with your urban that is your salon brands also, where they can come to your place and you can go for all kind of beauty treatments. So this is something what we are working from the new approaches, new changes, or what has happened from past 1.5 years, so that you can make a difference or come out with a fresh ideas with your project. Then paperboard, I'm sure all of you must have heard of this. This is the juice which again they have made it into a tetra pack. For 10 rupees it's available, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, and so on. So nobody would have thought that fruit juice will come in a pack of 10 rupees, where you can take your desired type of fruit juice. You name it, you have a juice. That is something what we are thinking about, and what made them to come. So how they are competing with your so-called cool drinks like Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Are they are having any edge on that? How they are better when it comes to that? How students are accepting that? Whether children are happy, or what is the content? So this is something where analysis can be done. Then, of course, your Parle-G, that is the oldest biscuit I can say, with our probably most of us have our childhood memories with that. The iconic biscuits are a source of energy and nutrition to millions of Indians, whose many meals is about Parle-G. In fact, the best part about Parle-G to tell you, when we had the Parle-G biscuit for 5 rupees, the sales were less. When they came back to a Tetra Pak where the price is 2 rupees, suddenly sales shoot up, and they are now one of the highest, gross sellers of biscuit, because they have realized that 5 rupees pack has a difficulty to storage and also to purchase. When they came down to 2 rupees, that is one time user, and sales have increased. The Tetra Pak concept, small packets, like how we have 1 rupee or 2 rupee gutka packets, or your supari, or your any other ingredients are concerned, including your hair oil, your toothpaste, and so on. So these are the things what we are working when it comes to your freshness with your projects are concerned. Think out of the box. But to tell you very frankly, most of the cases our students refer old projects with their help of seniors, and some of them will copy so comfortably that including their certificate also they'll copy with their name, register number also. That also we have identified. But we have to be you have to be careful at least with that. Now let us understand that you have to be little different, looking at the different perspective, the changes what we have in and around. So first thing you have to keep in mind is you have to have a fresh ideas, fresh thoughts, fresh uh, probably the organizations which you can see. Why I am telling this particular point is because we have been seeing from ages that only repetitive or only a standardized companies are seen with the projects. So that's why we have increased the number. That is, we have gone up to 5 case studies, but with the diversification, that so that you can go and try to understand the different perspective and point of view. And another issue what I want to clarify here is we have recommended initially that only MSME will be a preferable when it comes to your project study, when it's come to case study. But now because of the pandemic and also with the permission of BOE chairman, any 5 case studies can be analyzed, whether it is from the service sector, whether it's from the manufacturing sector, or whether it is from your finance sector or anything. Any 5 case studies can be selected, but only thing is it should be original, it should be productive, and it should be something learning, not only for you, for any other student who refers your particular case study asset, that you have to take care about it. Now, when it comes to the preparation part, especially when we are talking about the presentation, you go to company or you Google through the company and you get the information, fine. You'll analyze the study. Okay, objective also you derive. Normally we say minimum 2 objectives, maximum 5, so that you can condense your limitation of the study. Now question comes the presentation part. Your presentation part is also very, very important, because marks have been allotted only the way you present and the questions what you answer in the Viva. We'll look into that. Sir, we'll come to first slide. Madam, first slide bane the project report and Viva.
This one, right, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this is, I think, most important slide. because you should be aware of how marks will be allotted. When we say project report and Viva, it is divided into two parts. That is 70 for the project, 30 for your Viva, total 100 marks. Project report marks allotment is again, see, it is very clear that you have to score minimum 30 out of 70 what you are going to prepare the project report. Anything less than that, you have to repeat your project for next academic year. That means as a backlog. That means in simple terms, you are failing the exam, you need to appear once again. That's what I can say. Now, when it comes to the allotment of marks, especially when it comes to this 70 marks certificate. Now, that certificate, from where we have to get it? See, it is again, you have to approach a particular company, whichever you are intent to do the study report or a project. If not, at least you can obtain the certificate through online. Whatever you are doing, that is again certified. That means you are bringing to their notice that you are taking a project and you are working on that, and you are seeking the permission to present it as a project. That certificate will be given by your respective company only. Now question comes, sir, will they give? Yes. Any company, please remember, they would like to give advertisement or a publicity or share information with any student, provided if it is constructive, if it is helping them. Please understand that by doing the project, you are not only helping yourself, you are helping the organization also. You are providing the information, what exactly is happening in their organization, which are the areas they need to strengthen, what are the things which they can bring as a change, and how they can improvise in terms of their overall quality. So if you assure them all these things, if you give a confidence that these are the things which can be taken care of, definitely they will be the happiest people to help you out. That you need to take certificate from them, because the certificate will definitely cost you 5 marks. So you need to be taken care. Since we have 5 case studies, each certificate will give you 1 mark each. Then again, introduction is again 10 marks. Again, whatever I'm telling, that is divided by 5, because we are doing for 5 case studies. When it comes to the introduction, see, introduction of the company is very, very important, because before we go into any problem, we should understand the background of the company, what exactly, how exactly, and what are the things which they have started. Because the company which is 2-year-old is different. The company which is 20-year-old is different from the approach and from the way of things handling. And that we need to understand. A reader or a learner, a researcher should understand the company. Only then they will be able to dissect the problem. Like how when we go to a doctor, first they will do the basic testing. You must have seen before, let it be any operation. First they will check your temperature, your BP, your heartbeat, and your sugar level, because those are all the basic tests. Without that, you cannot proceed further. Similarly, your company profile will give you the first-hand information, first thought, first sight, first phase, that where exactly company stands and how exactly you can go ahead with the company's related activities are concerned. So clear, complete information or introduction of the company is must. And that will take minimum, if I have understood well, minimum 3-4 pages or 5 pages, it will take the introduction of the company itself. You don't give only 3 pages, 3 paragraphs, 3 lines, half a page. It will take 1 or 2 pages, so that give the brief history, so that any researcher can understand. Then study design, very important. See, whatever study design you will undertake, the first thing is how or what exactly you are going to do with the entire research. Whether you are going to analyze a problem, particular problem, whether it is a financial area or it is only a marketing, and how we are going to make it, whether it is a descriptive study, analytical study. There are different types of research methodologies. You need not go into that detail, but at least to give a basic information, what exactly you are doing. If you say customer satisfaction, how we discussed in our one of the examples, if you are going for a customer satisfaction in terms of what? Product satisfaction, or a product pricing, or a usage, what exactly you are dealing with that. So that specification you have to give clearly, only then you will be able to give the justice. So that study design should be very clearly mentioned. Then again we come to your profile. When it comes to your profile, again the profile of the company with that particular segment. If it is marketing segment, like how we have got different departments in the company, different setups, different approaches, different heads, different managers, that particular profile will give you the information that what exactly that deals with. Say for example, if we are dealing with a company HR sector, what HR sector is dealing with that, how many employees they have, how many employees are new, how many employees are old, or what exactly they are dealing with the problem, what is the attrition rate, why that attrition rate, and what is the problem they are facing. If they are facing only with the salary problem, or is there any other problem? If we have men and women, what is the difference, or how they are facing the problems? So there are a lot of intricacies. See, if you get into one segment, there are a lot of things which will be connected. But again, you have to go step by step so that you reach the problem very specifically with whatever research design very specifically says. So that step by step approach is very, very important so that you can reach. Then analysis and interpretation, 20 marks. See, analysis is again either it is a primary information, but since we are going lockdown situation and other thing, most of our case studies are project is secondary only. Then secondary data actually, whatever it is, how you have analyzed and interprets, like what exactly, like if I have a 50 respondents, how I have taken, what are the questionnaires I have prepared, or what are their inputs, what are the company questions which I can ask and try to get the information. So that particular area I need to work on that. And also the interpretation, that is again how it is giving you the picture. Like say for example, if they are saying yes, majority of them are telling, say that means most of them are happy. If they are telling no, they are dissatisfied, then question is also there, why they are dissatisfied, which area needs to be strengthened. That interpretation is something which is very, very important. In fact, in detailed research studies, we also use now all those the statistical tools to go for interpretation, but we'll not go to that extent. It's only the observation, and your interpretation is something which we expect at this point of time. Then finding and conclusion is your again the last part. See, finding is what your research says. Very important. Whether it is positive or it is negative. Even if it is negative, it doesn't mean that you are wrong. Say if particular company, XYZ company, whatever, if you are dealing with customer satisfaction, if your finding says that customers are very unhappy, very sad, disappointed, no problem. That is what you have found out with your interpretation. That may be true. And that is why you have been doing this particular case study. So whatever findings is you have to present your conclusion, how the things can be improved, or what are the things can be suggested. That is something what you can give from your side, and also conclude that these are the things which can be taken care of. So this is how we have to give the entire preparation part or a presentation part, so that we can give a justice to our case studies or a project thing. And one important thing which most of the students forget in the end is that is your bibliography and annexure. See, that is also very, very important. Most of the things we know that you take it from a different sources, whether it is Google or from your other sources. You have to mention the sources and also the recommendations, or rather where the probably journals or your magazines references which you have quoted. That is something what we have to mention in the bibliography and annexure, which will give you the weightage of 5 marks. Total it comes to 70. So this is what we expect with each case study, that is into 5, that is total 5. Now you must be thinking that, sir, how many pages and how it will run and all those things. See, we are expecting somewhere around minimum of 20 to 25 pages or 15 to 25 pages in between per case study, and that will into 5, that will somewhere around 80 to 100 pages overall, the entire project with the case study of 5. If it is more, no problem. If it is minimum, we are putting somewhere around 80 pages or so. That is a standard format, so that we can have a good justice to our projects, whatever we have done. So that is your project preparation is concerned. Now, when it comes to the Viva post presentation, again, as I was telling you in the beginning, it will have a maximum of 30 marks. And here, another important thing is you need to score minimum of 15. Like for 70, you need to score minimum of 30. Here, you have to score minimum of 15. So now question comes, sir, this 30 marks, again, this is a external Viva where the external examiner will come, which is allotted by the university, and they will ask you the question based on your presentation of your records only. Whatever you have presented in the form of project, that questions only they will ask. Now question comes, sir, what kind of a question that is related to your study, your analysis, your findings, conclusion, company, profile, research design? These questions only will be asked. But our expectation is you should be aware of whatever you have done. That is the only thing which we are concerned. It should not be that which is generated, fabricated, or it is something which is duplicated. That is something we are against. We want you to do a sincere, committed, experienced learning process so that we can assess you and give you the maximum reward. But for that, you need to put a sincere effort. For that, again, I have been always telling that make use of your teachers, your respective teachers. They are always there to guide you, help you, and also to give any clarification regarding anything what you need. But don't go in the last minute. That is the problem with most of our students. If tomorrow is our Viva or last day of submission of report, you come 1 day or 2 days before and you ask, tell a lot of questions which is very difficult to solve at that point of time. So it's a process where you need to start. I think by this time, I believe that all of you would have started the activity. It's only, last minute something kind of a brushing up what I am giving. That's what I feel, rather than, you're starting from next week or tomorrow and just asking for when is the last day so that I can submit or what. No, that is what try to avoid, because this particular batch you will have this Viva project preparation, and this process will be there for you for the entire course. For I mean to say, fourth semester also will have the same process to complete. Fifth semester also, of course, to the sixth semester. So you have been doing. In fact, I can say you are experienced already. First 2 semesters you have cleared, and you have gone through with the same process. See, it is not the new thing for you, but I just wanted to give you the confidence that it should not be something only a routine work where you need to involve your heart and mind so that you will be more benefited. And I am very specific. Again, I would like to repeat, when it comes to the 5 projects are concerned, or you can say, call it as a case studies, it may not be only with MSME. You can go for any type of case studies, 5 case studies with the consultation of your respective teacher, and you can prepare accordingly, which is going to be useful for you as far as preparation of the project is concerned. Then another thing which I would like to add on here is when it comes to the selection of the projects. As I was telling you in the beginning, see, selection of the project, most of the time we appreciate, as at least a teacher, I appreciate whenever you go with a new startup, whenever you go with the activities which is there in and around your locality. If at all, say for example, I have experience to tell you very frankly, I don't mind sharing with you, the student who is in Bangalore, who has done project at the Hyderabad. The boy or a girl who has not even gone to neighboring district, they claim that they have done project at Hyderabad, which is unbelievable. And again, they also claim that they have visited and they have given the permission, which is away from the reality. We don't want that confusion to happen. Try to go in and around where I can understand 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers or industrial area is okay, but not something which is, we cannot think the distance part. That is something what we need to understand. And also, don't try to, you can refer. I am not telling you that don't refer previous projects or case studies or whatever. You can always refer, but don't duplicate it. Don't straight away copy or paste it. You can work on it. You can work on the similar problem. You can just take the latest changes, what has happened, how things are working on that. If I have to add on here, like if you see, now the new series is coming, especially when it comes to your setbacks. Shark Tank India. That is every day 9 o'clock, 9 to 10. From past 15 days, it has started, I think. So if you just see how new businesses are coming and evolving, unbelievable. And you cannot believe it that how new technologies are putting into the new shoes. In fact, I was just remembering today when I heard that in the afternoon, one of the ladies, a doctor committed suicide. And few days back only, I was seeing it one of the programs. The technology has come. If somebody want to commit suicide through the ceiling fan, you will get SMS alerts that somebody is trying to commit suicide. Such kind of a high technology we are talking about. So these are all new business venture, what we need to work on that, and how we can manage our geysers, our fans, our electrical equipment anywhere from the world through our mobile phone. We can switch it off, switch it on. If television is working or still running at my place, if I forgotten to switch it off, I can go anywhere. If I remember, I can switch it off from there only. So these are all technical things which we can think from the new business point of view, new technology point of view, just to add on to your knowledge. And also, of course, when it comes to the learning process, you must have seen, especially when it comes to Byju's, they have become, from past 2 years, their earning is unbelievable. They have become sponsor for Indian cricket team. That is the richest, sporting event in India. So they know that they have packaged it for first standard, second standard, how they have packaged, how they have raised, and what are the problems they are facing. But still, they are overcoming with that. How they can raise network issues. So these are all the areas which they are working on that. Try to think on those companies where you can also learn and you can also add value and you can also make yourself a bit different. Or if you have any startup, one of the student was asking, sir, if I have a new business startup, if I have to work on that, that also you can work provided if you have a proper business plan. And if you have a proper understanding that how you can start, what is your feasibility report and how your asset generation, how we are going to make the investment, fine. So these are all the things which we expect as a student. Probably, believe me, all great companies which are there today, they have started the company when they are at your age, whether it is a Dhirubhai Ambani, whether it's the Tata Group or anybody for that matter, they have started their industries exactly when they are at your age. So you are in the right time, right phase, right situation, so that you can start things at the right time, at the right direction and work on that. So we as a teacher, we are always there to help you, motivate you and guide you and tell you that whatever you do it wholeheartedly so that you can make a difference not only to you, not only to your institution, but also to the society at large. This is what I wanted to convey, and I have a last session that is very important, question and answers. There we can spend 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I think already we are, it is 5:50. So 10, 15 minutes we can spend on question and answer, then we can go ahead with it. Is it okay, sir? Can we go to the question and answer, sir? Shukumar, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, we'll run short of time.
Participants, do you have any queries? You can directly ask the sir. Just a second. Jinsey Charles. Yeah, you can ask a question.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Good evening, Farooq sir. My
evening,
name
madam.
is Jinsey Charles. I am teaching in St. Francis DCS College, Bangalore.
Madam, ಇದು slide show close ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ madam. ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please continue, madam.
Yeah, sir. First of all, thank you for giving us such information. I just want to make a clarification because I am little confused with the things. As you were talking about the content of the marks of 70 marks, which you have bifurcated into certificates and all.
Yeah.
So may I ask you that is this content is for the project work that we usually does for our third year students? Because now we are talking about the case study analysis for our second year students. So how it is practically possible, sir, to get a certificate for all the 5 cases, that too, all the 5 cases are randomly taken, not directly they are going to the company and get the cases, right? So getting
Correct.
certificates, and getting the approval and getting more in-depth knowledge about the case for a student going to each 5 companies is not practically possible in this pandemic, first of all.
Professor Jinsey, I think I'll answer the question.
Madam.
Yeah. So I know, actually, I want to just know, sir, the scenarios which you have put in, how it can be practically possible, because our duty is to get this case study done by the student perfectly and efficiently, because there may be like nearly 100 or 200 students for this case study, sir. So we have to analyze each student, and going
Correct.
out and doing the thing, sir, it's quite difficult, I think. So I just want your suggestion, sir, so that we can come up with your suggestion and implement it in our college. Thank you.
Correct, madam. Mini madam, you can
Professor
answer, madam.
Jinsey,
Then
I
I'll
think
tell.
I'll answer your query because I've been reading the questions. Farooq
Yes.
Pasha sir was busy presenting. I was reading the questions.
Madam.
Actually, I think keeping the present situation in mind, we will go with not in the requirement of certificates, because it is quite difficult for us to get certificates. Students actually have to go and visit the industry. We can take 5 case studies of any of the subjects. It need not really relate to our industry. The studies that the children have already studied, like say for example, they've already studied marketing, business ethics, those subjects we can pick up a case study. They have to do an analysis. So certificates, I don't think we can make it mandatory. So if Mohammed Farooq Pasha sir agrees to it, I think
madam, my only suggestion is,
Yes,
what
sir.
we will do is, we will go for a certificate that will be certified by their respective teacher or a guide.
Teacher or the guide, yes.
Okay,
So
yeah.
what
Because
otherwise what
then
happened, madam?
then
We
it's-
want to
yeah.
we want to keep a check on the students.
Yes.
In that case, a respective teacher or a guide, if they certify that following case studies, whatever taken by the students is as per the requirement and norms, if they put the signature, that itself will be our certificate.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your
There were
suggestion.
other questions like, we have to prepare a consolidated case. Each case analysis has to be made. That means there were some people even asking questions like, can we give the same case to the whole class? Let's try and avoid that as much as possible. Probably you can divide the class into smaller groups. So but each student should have done an analysis separately. That means even if by any chance you don't get so many cases, even if they're picking the case, same case also, let the analysis be different. Each and every student should analyze the case on his own. So let the case analysis be different. That was another question. I think regarding the certificate, I have clarified.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shimini ma'am. Thank you so much.
There was one more question saying, do we need to get the put all the projects, all the case studies in the same project? Yes, all the 5 cases has to be in the same project. So let's go case by case. First case comes, like how I have sent the details earlier, it has to go that way only. It has to be a situation analysis. There has to be statement of the problem. What are the things that we found out and what are the students' assumptions about that particular case? So there is no hard and fast rule that this is the answer for that case. Whatever the student opinion is about the case, that can be mentioned there. So probably each case goes to around a minimum of 10 to say 20 pages. So we can arrive at some, as Farooq Pasha sir was saying, we can arrive at some 70 to 80 pages of the complete project report. What should we do? What is that? English case study. It has to be a case study of Indian company. Let's try and make it as much as possible of the Indian
Preferably.
company.
We have so much cases in India itself. Why we
India itself, why go abroad? Anything else? Any other question?
I think Gautam Gowda, you have question. You can unmute yourself. You can post a question.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Sir, I have a question regarding to the cases. Already we have done with the 2 case studies, sir. So one is where we approached then the company and again we did a case study on the spendings, sir. Okay, so what is the contribution towards the society, especially during the pandemics. So, and again, we made a case analysis on that. So how far it was difficult for the organization also, whether the benefit is reached to the public, because we collected few samples as well. So now it is not that, okay, we supposed to stick on to the, SMEs, or it should be like, industry 1 or it can be a general.
No. That's what we have made it clear. It can be general. It need not to be only one area. Initially, we thought of only MSME, but we have opened up to any other industry or general also, but provided it should be 5 different case studies.
Sure, sir. Okay, and then, sir, we have very less in a number of students, sir. Example, we have only 10 students.
Yeah. Okay.
So how to go about with that? 10 means if it is like, 50 case studies will be there. So can it?
No, Mini Madam said it in the initial question only. You can have a same case study, but different approaches.
Okay,
Like
sir.
each student have each perception. Like say, for example, if X company is facing a employee problem, that will become a case study. If they have a advertising problem, marketing problem, that will become another case study. If they have only retention problem, that will become a case study. But need not to be a same approach by all the students. Even if it is there also, no problem. Your finding and interpretation will be different. But avoid such cases, what we are suggesting.
Fine, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Next is Mohammed Pasha.
Yeah.
Mohammed Pasha, you can unmute, you can ask the question. So here in the chat box, we have received a few questions. That one, Manasa Bharatwaj, she asked, it is necessary to choose industries only.
You can preferably industries only or any other organization as such, which they are really dealing with the public sector. But preferably industries, because you will get a first-hand information. Even if you get, even you are able to get information through your online, Google or any other network. That's the suggestion.
Ramya Shastri, she is asking a question that is questionnaire is compulsory.
No, questionnaire is not compulsory.
Not compulsory.
Questionnaire is not compulsory.
Okay. All are talking about 5 companies. It was a project given to a BBA regular student. Then what about BBA aviation students?
BBA aviation is a completely different case. They have to visit the airline industry and prepare 2 case studies. It's completely different. BBA aviation people are also here. If yes, then BBA aviation people have to visit airline industry alone. They cannot do a random case study. They have to visit airline, and they have to pick up 2 case studies and make an analysis of those case studies.
Yeah, they have their own specifications.
Yes, sir. And one more question from Professor Rashmi. Few case studies related to ethics and HRM do not have any company name. Is it okay? Even I have a same, I need a clarity on that. What I have suggested to my students is they can take a case on leadership, supply chain management, marketing. So where they will not have a one case. For example, if we take a ITC, Tiger Biscuit, or in a Parle-G, so we can do the comparative case study analysis, no, sir?
Yes.
No, in that case, the introduction of the product or a company itself will be considered as your what we call company. It need not to be specific, madam. In that cases, we have a limitation. We can choose that.
Okay. Mr. Mohammed Pasha, you can unmute yourself. You can ask the question.
Somebody is asked, is project mandatory for BCom? There is no project for BCom. It is only for BBA.
Good evening. Good evening to all.
Good evening, sir. Tell me.
Sir, actually, in project design, study design, should we need to specify complete case?
No. Design what we expect you is if you have an analytical study, what exactly you want to do it, or what exactly you are working on that. Suppose if you are only working with the marketing area, in marketing area, what exactly you are trying to find out. That actually project design is nothing but the direction where you are heading. That is the only thing which we expect, sir. Not anything else.
And some of the students want to do in a like a Gobi Center, Thelawala. That in that sector they can do the project.
They can do it. In that case, they only have to prepare the content, what exactly is the entire business about. Say, for example, if I am doing anything about a small scale industry with the person who is illiterate, who doesn't know what exactly company profile and other things, if I am preparing a case study, I have to write on his behalf of that, what is small scale industry, what he is doing, what his company is, so that I can present to any other person on behalf of it. Then in that case, we only have to construct the information.
But in that case, sir, we can't. We are unable to reach the 10 to 15 pages.
Sir, in that case, even if it is 2 pages less, 1 page is less, that is not the issue. But only thing is, whatever case study you are taking, you have to do the justice to that particular case study. That is what we look forward actually.
Yes, actually, I think rather than the quantity, the quality matters.
Don't go with the pages, sir. We want, as madam said, we go with the real approach and the quality of the case study.
So in company analytical process, we need to raise the questions. I mean, the student should need to specify the question, means what is the problem, and they need to specify with solution. They only need to specify the solution also, right, sir?
Yes.
Yes, if they are.
And what is their interpretation and what is the suggestion from the student side?
Yes, that is exactly how you study design of the study you prepare. If you go for a large scale, say if you say my sample size is 50 or 100, then you have to go for a questionnaire and you have to interpret and all this. If you go for only your interview skills or only observation or any other thing, that time you can conduct. It's depending upon your study design which you choose. Try to go for a ordinary type of approach. Don't go for in detail, because that is a different approach altogether.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Ramya Shastri, I think the resource person has addressed your query.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Next.
Good evening.
Yeah.
My question is yet to be answered.
Yeah.
Good evening, complete panel, and good evening, all the participants as well. This is Mrs. Ramya Shastri. My query is, regarding the guide certificates, whatever is mentioned by the professor. You mean to say all the students' cases has to be handled by one faculty, or can it be distributed? Can the decision be taken by the college, or is it some? Can you please give me some insights on
madam,
this?
I'll tell you. The thing is, in different colleges we have different strength. Some colleges we have 10, 12, or even up to 100, 150 also. The ideal situation is number of students divided by number of faculties of particular BBA department. That is the ideal situation. If not, at least HOD will take the decision that how many students will be allotted to each student. If there is no faculty member only, if there is only one teacher or two teacher is available, then they have to divide among ourselves. If not, at least the HOD will sign the certificate. We want some authentication that particular student belongs to so and so college and it is certified by a particular teacher who belongs to that particular department. That is what we expect.
Okay, sir. And as you mentioned, sir, certificates are not mandatory by the company. So you mean to say the guide has to certify for all the 5 cases. And since we are depending on the secondary information rather than primary information, I don't think questionnaire will be, we will be using it at every point in time. Maybe questionnaire may not be compulsory at times. So is that fine if you are not collecting the respondents?
Yes, madam. That's what we are also.
Fine, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, team.
Thank you. Next is Sri Harsha. You can unmute yourself. You can pose a question. Sri Harsha.
Okay. Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. The thing is like, case studies, so we can do on the local business, like here nearby shops will be there. So which are faced the problem in mainly with this COVID things. So we can frame the cases on that one, and we can do the analysis and we can interpret this one, right, sir?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
You can do a case in any industry, sir. It need not, I mean, not only industry, it can be just a Kirana store also. You can just visit vendors and collect data from them.
Harsha, you are from Surana College, right?
Yeah, sir. Sir.
Mini Madam only is there now, your chairman in your department. You would have asked her only there.
Next is Lakshmi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, if you have a question, you can.
Like how Professor Sir said, like we have got the case study with the example. I mean, with the questions. If that is in the case, should we follow all the steps which you have said, like introduction, study design, profile? Should we write or how, ma'am?
Madam, yeah, ideal case study, what I have explained. The format I have explained in detail. If you follow this, then it will be easy for student also to understand, examiner also to understand, and even to allot the marks. If you just write 5-10 pages and you expect examiner to identify where is the introduction, where is the case study or study design or analysis finding, it will be difficult. It's always better to follow the format so that it will be easy for everybody to understand. Even if it goes to reference tomorrow, it will be easy for them also, madam.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And another question, like it is in the manual or it is from there? We have to type and we have to get the hard copy.
Madam, last year what you did, madam, last semester?
We have done for the hard copy, sir. And this time, should we do in the manual or a record book, or it should be in the manual? I mean, in the hard copy, which is typed and which is to take the Xerox.
No, it's a
printed copy.
Printed copy.
Like a report.
Okay, we have to do in the print. I mean, the printed report.
It has to be printed. It has to be printed and submitted.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Somebody is asked, yes, we have to follow. Anita madam is asked a question. Yes, that is the exact format that we have to follow, ma'am. You have sent that format. That is the format we have to follow. Actually, there is a group for BBA HODs alone. So the format has been sent in the BBA HODs group.
We will share this slides also, madam.
We'll share the format in the group.
Yes. Again, we'll share.
Okay, next is Sujata. Another 2 questions because we are running short of time. Sujata, you can unmute yourself, ma'am. You can ask the query.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. I was about to ask the same question, whether we are supposed to follow the format which you have sent it earlier or the one which has been showed now. That is what I had a doubt, but I got a clarity.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Next is Shalini. Madam Shalini, you can unmute.
Good evening, respected teachers. I have a few doubts. So one of the doubts is, as you all know, that we have to do case studies on different subjects. So in that different subject, it's enterprise management, human resource management, finance, and English case study. So my particular question is, like, when the Bangalore University specifies English case study, what type of case study are this expecting from us? Because English is a vast subject. Are they specifying on corporate skills, communication skills, or what?
No,
you're talking about English, madam, English subject.
There is nothing called
English subject.
There is nothing called English case study, ma'am.
We have got a mail from our university. I come from International School of Management Excellence, and I'm studying currently in BBA second year, ma'am. So in our mail, it's clearly specified that we have to make case study on 5 different subjects in like one subject, one case study. So in that we have got a case study for English too. So my question was, like, what's your
language actually? First language? What's your language?
So my first language, according to the 11th and 12th, is Kannada, but here English is my second language, and English is one of the main subject we consider here. So that's why they have told that you
What is your first language then? What is your first language?
Kannada, sir.
Okay.
So yes, so they have asked us to make a case study based on English too. So that was a very vast confusion for us that what should we do in it? Like if
No,
in
no.
English,
Here, I'll tell you. As far as BBA course is concerned, whatever we are telling, this is related to only BBA subjects. As far as language is concerned, that you have to get a clarification from your language teachers or from the language department, because we have no idea about they have this international English as a subject. If at all, if they have offered, they may have different project. That knowledge we don't have. But whatever project we are discussing today, that's related to only BBA. That you have to go whatever we have discussed right now. That you seek a clarification from your language teacher. They'll be in a better position to answer this.
Sir. And sir, one more question is, we have got news from our HOD that we will have our Viva in the first week of February. Is that confirmed, sir, or not? The Viva for
No,
second
what
semester
is
and third semester.
what is
For
the last date they
case-
have given you to submit the project?
The last day for submitting the project for third semester was January 17th. And the students, some of the students have completed, some of the students have not completed, but they've announced, like they've just told us that as per the Bangalore University, they've got the dates for Viva is first week of February. So is that true, sir, or?
No, that chairman will decide when will be the Viva, but you follow whatever your college teachers have said, submit your project report as early as possible. The
Okay,
Viva
sir.
date will be intimated to your teacher.
Okay, sir.
Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Last question. Mr. Vasu, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question. This is the last question.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Pasha sir.
Good evening, sir. Really.
Sir, I have a doubt. ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲೆಂಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಟೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್, ಅದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಡೇ ಇದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೂ ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿನ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಈ ಡೇಟ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ? ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ?
ಅಲ್ಲ ವಾಸು ಅವರೇ, ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾಲೆಂಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದು ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಒಂದ್ 2.5 ತಿಂಗಳು 3 ತಿಂಗಳು ಆಗಿದೆ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ?
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಈ ಡೌಟ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಸರ್, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇವತ್ತಾಗಿದ್ದು ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ ಇಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ MSME ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು, ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್, ವೇರ್ 5 crores to ವಿತಿನ್ 5 crores ಇರುವಂತ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 3 ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿರೋ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಇರೋ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ನೆಲ್ಲ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯ ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ನಮ್ದು ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ 116 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ 2 weeks ಅದು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. 2 weeks ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸಂಜೆ 4:30ವರೆಗೂ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಗೆ ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಈ ತರ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ 13 ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ 14 ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಸರಿಯಾಗೂ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬೇರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಲಿರೋ 284 ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ವೈವಾನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ ಅದು ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಲೆಂಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನೀವು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ನಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ದು ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಏನಿದೆ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿಡಿ. ಈಗಂತೂ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿ, ಇನ್ನು ಡಿಲೇ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಾಸು, ನೀವು ನನ್ನ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ವಾಸು, ನೀವು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನೀವು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಳೋಣ.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And all the participants, definitely BUTCCM and this particular platform will give you an opportunity to raise a question, or you can personally contact Board of Examination Chairman, Pasha sir, or Professor Jairam sir regarding pertaining to this case study. If you have any clarification or confusion, so they are going to sort out this one. Now we are come to an end of the session.
Madam, Soumya, madam, 1 minute. Actually, to tell you, I am only the player. The captain of the ship is Mini Abraham, madam.
Yeah,
Who is the
that's
chairman
what.
of BOE. She is going to
Sir,
take
I
the
have shared
decision.
my contact number in the chat box.
Yes,
I
yes,
have shared my
madam. You can also say, madam, few words. You can give confidence to our teachers and students.
Yeah.
Chairman words are more valid, madam.
Chat box. So if by any chance anybody is not there in the group, just message me. I'll add you all to the group. So that complete the detail I will put it in the group. Because let us not confuse between the BCom and the BBA. So we have created a separate group for BBA. So I have shared my number here in the chat box. I don't mind sharing it again so that you people can send a message to me. I will add you. I'll start adding you all to the group. I will send a complete detail about the case study in the group itself. So there won't be confusions.
No, don't worry, madam. Minimum, I will get a lot of calls from tomorrow.
Ma'am, I request you to give some remarks about this particular workshop.
Pasha sir has done an event like this, very useful program it was. And hearty congratulations, the entire team of Seshadripuram College. Congratulations to Professor Jairam sir, Madam HOD Soumya madam. It was a really useful session to everybody. And the turn up, we have 500 people who have joined. That shows the keen interest of the teachers and the students to be a part of this particular event. So thanks a lot. You people have taken the initiative of doing it. We will take it forward, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Madam, I would like to share the entire credit for our BUTCCM team, madam.
That's what
We have been actually from the day we have taken over the new approaches, how we can make it more useful to our teachers and students. That is the only concern which all of us have. Our president sir, treasurer Jairam sir, or everybody. This is what we wanted to reach out to the students so that professionally, academically, everybody should grow. That is the only objective we have. And Seshadripuram College for taking the initiative. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Definitely BUTCCM is like a bridge between the teachers and the students. What are all the queries we will come across often and often? We'll directly call to the people who are concerning about these issues, and we are getting the clarity. But now in this platform, everybody got an opportunity directly to contact with the chairman or a president or whoever it may be. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Principal Professor Jairama sir to give the presidential remarks. Over to
Thank you,
sir.
madam.
Thank you, sir.
Respected Dr. Farooq Pasha sir, Professor Mini madam, and all our coordinators of our college, Soumya madam, CS Kumar sir, and all our student volunteers and all the participants. It was excellent and more informative session. It is a need of the hour actually, but many programs and sessions are going on. After rightly said Muhammad Farooq Pasha sir, after the association was formed and once they took charge, immediately they started the sessions in various aspects. This is a need of the hour. Many students are hurried to complete the project. The project means it is a case study project analysis. It is little liberalized this time, and many students are worrying about whether due to this COVID, whether calendar of events are postponed or not. However, the time is already given to the students and the colleges. As per the earlier schedule, they need to prepare. That is the requirement. If the university postpones, no problem. That will be the benefit given to the students. However, it was an excellent and informative session from the Muhammad Farooq Pasha sir. Thank you, sir, for your advice and also clarification and also detailed information given to the teachers and also to the students how to prepare the project for the BBA students. And also in case if it is a case study, how we need to go about it. These are the things we have given with a lot of insight to the students and also a lot of doubts they have. It is and on behalf of our Sheshadripma Educational Trust and our college, our entire team, thank you for your informative session, sir. And
Thank you,
also, Chairman, Madam, Professor K. Abraham, Mini Abraham, Madam, you have given the answers to many questions as a chairman of BBA this year, this academic year. And also, you will going to get a lot of questions, queries from the students and faculty members. Of course, all will be very simple and easy. According to their mindset, it will be a difficult question, but you can easily answer that. Many things from the students, it is time is completed, whether you're going to extend or not. This project is right or this project is right, this case study, this company, these are all confusions will be there. So, however, it was good insight given by the chairman, madam. And thank you, madam, on behalf of the college and our team and all our coordinators, student volunteers. Thank you everyone for organizing good and informative session to the students of management students. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, madam. Soumya, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your presidential remarks. In a nutshell, I can say this particular national level workshop on case study, as Swami Vivekananda quote, learn everything that is good from others, but bring it in and in your own way, observe it and do not become others. I think this would be a best quote for narrating our case studies, because we have a number of the case study, whether I can do this, you can collect the information, you can grab the information from different sources, but you have to be structurized as your own way, and you have to present yourself, and you have to make your students to present the case study in the better manner. So thank you so much for all the panel members, Pasha sir, Professor Jairam sir, Professor Mini Abraham ma'am. Now I request Kirti Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, SABS, to render the vote of thanks. Over to you, Kirti ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to one and all present here. It is my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on behalf of Sheshadripuram Educational Trust and Sheshadripuram Academy of Business Studies, extend my heartily vote of thanks to our resource person, Dr. Muhammad Farooq Pasha sir. Our deep sense of appreciation for his work and guiding all the students and faculties with respect to all the aspects regarding the preparation of case study. Sir, thank you for taking out your valuable time from the busy schedule for gracing the occasion.
Thank you, madam.
Special thanks to our respected Dr. Professor Mini Abraham ma'am, Associate Professor, Chairperson, Board of Examination BBA, for addressing the gathering. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
A special thanks to our respected principal, Professor Jairama sir, for providing encouragement and an immense support for making the webinar successful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
I extend my gratitude to Dr. Chetana MR ma'am, IQAC coordinator, Soumya DN ma'am, HOD, Department of Commerce and Management.
Thank you, ma'am. Kirti ma'am. Kirti ma'am.
Kirti ma'am, the voice and a break I know.
Yes, sir. Kirti ma'am. Okay. She already
Complete my body, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So I take this opportunity. It's my privilege to thank all the participants and the delegates who has spared your time to gain the knowledge through this session. I also and I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Department of Commerce, Bangalore University, and BUTCCM for extending this kind of supporting services to all the faculty members and the students of Bangalore University. And we are expecting the same kind of support throughout the future. In the future also, we are expecting such kind of a session from BUTCCM as well as Bangalore University Commerce Department. If you have a doubts or something else, so these kind of a platform really help us to share our view and to get the clarity on this. So on behalf of Sheshadripuram Education Trust and Sheshadripuram Academy of Business Studies, I wholeheartedly thank all the panel member, delegates, and participants for sparing your valuable time to be a part of this session. Thank you so much. Thank you one and all. Feedback link is posted in the chat group, so you can fill the feedback form. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Jairam, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. CSK, sir.